Hey guys, greetings from Serpent Consulting Services Private Limited, and welcome to the fourth part of our series wherein we have been discussing Odoo plus Zoom meetings integration. So for this particular video, we are going to show you that how exactly we are working with the recurrent type meetings, which means if you want to schedule something where you're completely confirmed about the possible recurrence of the meeting, let's say weekly meetings or monthly meetings or anything like that. If you want something in a way that, okay, you want to have some kind of meeting to be scheduled on every Monday of week, or let's say if you want the meeting to be scheduled in to be seen by the recipients, let's say on every Monday and Thursday. So we are going to show you in this video that how we are working with the recurrent type of meeting, especially in case of weekly meetings, right? So the another thing over here is that we as we have shown you earlier that we are having an integrated way of working with calendars. We are always have an option to just jump inside the this particular application and use this calendar. But from now onwards, we just want to show you guys that how we can use the external application of calendar, because the meetings what exactly we are scheduling here will get reflected in the external calendar application as well. So fine, we're going to use this particular calendar, this particular application to schedule and to work with meetings. All right, guys, so we're going to have a meeting. Now, let me tell you the kind of situation we have. Let's assume that there is an IT company. Some developers are working there. I mean, there are some developers, there are some project coordinators, there are some project managers, and on top of all these people, there are going to be some of the founders or the key people of the company, right? Now, the management has decided to offer the work from home opportunity, and everybody is working from home. Let's assume that. And in such scenario, in such situation, it's very necessary to be on a sync and to be on the same page when it comes to the ongoing projects. So then the management has decided that, okay, let's schedule, let's have a kind of meetings twice in a week, right? The developers, associate developers, and associated project coordinators and managers should be available twice in a week for the project review kind of thing and for the strategies that they are going to discuss on every Monday and every Thursday. So let's check with this solution that how exactly we can schedule weekly recurrent meeting. Let's call it the project review meeting. We're going to edit this from here. Let's involve my friend Mr. Mark. He seems to be a very key person, right? He will be there in every of our meetings. So yes, we are going to invite him as well. And all right, so by default, it will be taking 23rd because that's going to be next Monday from now, from today. And of course, we want these meetings, this sequence of meetings on every Monday and every Thursday at 10:30 in the morning, right? So I'll be selecting this from here, and let's say that this particular meeting can take at least 1 hour. I want to tag it as internal meeting. It should also be an open discussion because there are many developers who would be, giving up their and offering their inputs on any particular project. I want every recipient to get reminded for this meeting 15 minutes prior. Location, I think it's not much important because it's not going to be an in-person meeting, because we have taken a scenario where the people are working from home, and just to be on the same page for any particular project discussion, they are having meetings on every Monday and every Thursday at 10 a.m. 10:30 in the morning. All right, so description will go here, and we can mention something like the agenda, or so that the people who haven't attended any of the meetings yet, but okay, they are directly getting involved in any third, fourth, or fifth meeting or the fifth occurrence, they should be aware about the agenda, and they should be aware about the frame, how the meeting goes and which kind of things the meeting the people are actually discussing in these meetings. All right, fine. So now comes the most important part of this configuration and of this meeting schedule. We are just going inside options and we are just getting this particular checkbox selected. That will simply be opening up some more options for us, right? Let's say if we want to have some repetitions, so we simply can enter the number over here, and we simply can mention that we want this repetition. I mean, on a daily basis, we want this repetition on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, or on a yearly basis. So we simply can select weeks from here because in our case, it's going to be 2 times in a week, right? Then next important option, and of course the mandatory menu, a mandatory field over here is how many times you want this recurrence to happen. Now again, we're having three options in that. If you are completely confirmed about the number of occurrence, let's say it's going to take 10 meetings, right? Prior that, let me just select Monday and Thursday in the week. It's very simple to use, of course, because you might have understood that thing that, okay, whatsoever days we're going to select, the meeting occurrence will happen on these particular days only. So yes, that's true. And let's say if initially we think that, okay, 10 meetings are enough, by then management may allow its employees to start working from office. So if we are completely confirmed about the number of occurrence it may take, so we simply can select the number of repetition and we simply can enter the number like this, or else we can select any of the end date. So, and selecting this option will allow us to mark a particular date where we want to stop having recurrences of this particular meeting that we are scheduling right now, right? So it can be any of the date, and by that date we can have 10 occurrences, we may have 15 occurrences, we may have 5 occurrences as well. So in short, we can make it date wise as well, right? That by this date, every Monday, every Thursday, 10:30 in the morning, people should be gathering on a one single call and they should be discussing something specific about their ongoing projects. And of course, by keeping it forever, there won't be anything, I think, to get selected. So the respective field will get disappeared because it's forever, which means, as the word suggests, there is no any limitation. There is no any limitation in terms of its occurrences. Every Monday, every Thursday, 10:30 in the morning, the meeting will be there, right? But I think let's go with proper planning. And if the management thinks that I think 10 occurrences are enough, right? So we simply can mention it like that, and we can go with the other options. Make sure you are clicking and we are checking this particular option right if you also want your meetings to be reflected on your Zoom ID. So we are just going inside this particular tab and we are clicking on, we are checking it right. Okay, then we are going to schedule a meeting. We are going to click on save. Now let's see what happens on our calendar. Seems the process is taking a bit longer, but yes, in the meantime, I think we can discuss about the uh, various other recurrences, and of course, we are going to have more further videos on that. Okay, but for now, let's see what happened and how many occurrences we have. So 23rd, guys, it's going to be next Monday from today, right? And 10:30, we are having project review meetings. Again, Thursday, that's going to be 26th of August 2K21, and yes, we are having a meeting on that day as well, right? So one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we are having all those recurrences and we are having all those meetings scheduled, and accordingly, we simply can be available on this meeting and the people can directly have a joint call and they can discuss whatever project related things they are about to discuss in such meetings. All right, so then let's also see that what is happening inside our Zoom ID. And yes, that's going to be project review meeting. It has been scheduled in our Zoom log as well. And we simply can start our meeting from here, or else as I told you earlier, and as I shown you that we always have an option to start meeting from here as well, right? This will directly be starting up with our meeting, and accordingly the people can just be on the same call. Also, guys, I will show you that how it works. And one more cool feature is the list view of the same. Right, earlier I think we discussed about that, but I could not show you much because we were not having much meetings on our calendar. So just by clicking on this list view available over here, we simply can check through all of our scheduled meetings. We simply can have multiple selections, and we can take an action on the selected meetings as well. Also, we have the direct option to get something selected, and if you want to change something in the meeting, that will directly be opening up the meeting form, and we can perform some more editing to the scheduled meetings. All right, so that's going to be the list view. Now, let's say if I want to schedule, if I want to delete the meetings, we always have an option to go to select those meetings that we don't want on our calendar, and we will simply be selecting the appropriate option from actions. Let's say it's going to be delete, and as you can see that those meetings will get disappeared from our calendar as well. So guys, that's pretty much about this video, and we have seen that how the weekly recurrence works in a solution, and how we can schedule and work with the meetings that we want after every specific recurrence or after every specific time period. So thank you very much for joining in, and I just hope that you already have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Keep exploring our website, that is www.serpentcs.com, for more information about our services and solutions. Thank you very much again, and have a nice day. We are going to have some next video as well, which will be discussing some more options pertaining to this Odoo plus Zoom integration. Thank you very much again.